All right, folks, we are back and set for overtime. A quick rundown of the overtime rules here for you. We're going to play 2 4-minute quarters, non-sudden death. 2 4-minute quarters, non-sudden death, and then if we're still tied after that, then we will go to another 4-minute quarter that will be sudden death or sudden victory, depending on how politically correct you are. But USA will start with the ball on the man advantage, and here we go, 15-15. As the USA has come all the way back, is Dowd in possession now. Goes up top to Donovan. He'll swing it across to Amadon in behind. Now to Dowd one more time. He wants to fire, and it goes wide and out of bounds, as that's not the ace shot there from Dowd, who's had a huge game here for the USA, the leading scorer of the tournament. And that should hold up after this one, I believe. Here comes Young. Up to Dowd one more time. Dowd fake it, now into the middle. That pass dropped. Can Canada come up with this one as now Acton will go after it. He's in a little bit of trouble, and he's stripped as the ball comes out and goes out of bounds. USA will go back into possession. And Canada will go back to even strength. So 6-on-6 here in the offensive end. Canada kills that one off. But the USA comes back from a 7-goal deficit here in the fourth quarter. They trailed at one point 14-7 and have come all the way back to tie it at 15 and send it to overtime. As Green will hustle back and Ramel Bratton will come on. He's been quiet so far as Donovan. The damage has been coming from Dowd and McBride, and Donovan's got it now against Jones. Looking to dish off. He's got Amadon up top. He's being watched by Tyler Burton. 1 minute gone in the first quarter of overtime. Here comes Green. He's got a head of steam. He'll go to the outside and swing it to Dowd, now in behind to Young. He'll go to the left-hand side. Amadon with a power move up to the top. Check it, it's Gibbons. He wants to fire over the top, and Steele's got that one. As they'll flip it back to him dangerously, as Steele had to be aware on that one. So, can Canada get into the offensive end? It seems like forever since they've been there. The long pole's going to run it. Sorensen. Koger. He's got Burton. In some trouble now, taken down. Are we going to have a flag on this one? No, they're going to call timeout, I believe. Just as Koger went down, Gary Gate and company call timeout. So Canada will have possession in the offensive end here with 2:10 to go in the first quarter of overtime. Man, oh man, what a game we have seen here today. And this is only the round robin portion of this tournament, but you know, these two teams got a bit of a hate on for each other and want to beat each other in the worst way. And Canada looked like they were in full control of this game and on their way to a victory over the United States. And then the tables turned as Canada started to turn the ball over, take penalties, and the USA, 1 goal at a time, just chipped away and managed to bring themselves all the way back and tie the game late and send it into overtime. And that's where we are right now with 2:10 to go in the first quarter, tied up at 15, period number 5 here. And if you're tuned into live audio and streaming video on gruntmedia.com, you have gotten your money's worth and getting a little bonus coverage to boot. Here this afternoon, July 6th, Sunday, 2008, from Percy Perry Stadium in Coquitlam, BC. What a game we've been treated to so far today, and it's not over yet. So Canada in possession. Clancy out there. Burton out there. Crowley, Card, Cockerton, and Matthews. What kind of play did Gary Gate draw up for this one? As Clancy goes into the stack, Crowley comes around to screen. Close to a warning call there as he goes to Matthews. Back to Crowley. Looking to get the ball over to this near side, and now Crowley lowers in the shoulder. He'll dish off to Cockerton. He's got Matthews. And now up top to Clancy. Burton will come over and set a pick for him. Is he going to use it? Clancy, quick feet. He'll drive down, a good screen for Matthews, and now a late whistle comes in. And the Canadian fans not happy about that, as that was a real late whistle, as in comes Elsmo with some speed. Elsmo through a double team. Stripped of the ball nicely there from Maselli. But the Yankees get it back as the referee goes down and back up to his feet. And gets a round of applause from the crowd. I'm not sure. That looked like a good solid screen there from Matthews. And now what are we going to have? Timeout USA.
Timeout USA.
So they'll be in possession now with 1:06 to go in the first quarter. I'm not sure if both teams get 1 or 2 timeouts here in the overtime, but each team has now taken 1. As Matthews gets an explanation from the referee on why that last whistle went on him. Still in a bit of shock here that Team USA was able to come back all the way from 14-7 to tie this thing up at 15s just before the final whistle in the fourth quarter. But we have been treated to some top-notch lacrosse here this afternoon, and everybody was anticipating this one when you looked at the schedule in the round robin. This is the day that everybody circled, Canada versus USA, and it has lived up to the hype and then some. Both teams will break the huddle. USA will have the ball. And I can't remember the last time Canada had a good scoring opportunity on Geidelman, but it has been a while. As the Let's Go Canada cheer starts to crank up here in Percy Perry Stadium. As the Americans start in here on offense. Amadon from Bratton. As Green has it now, being watched by Robbie Campbell. Green looks like he wants to go to goal here. Green around a screen. Here comes Green, and on net he shoots and scores. Oh, we've seen that move from Green before, and he just took it to the hole again and ripped it past Remington Steele, and the Americans are in the lead for the first time in a long time. 16-15, USA leading now over Canada. What a comeback from Team USA.
47 seconds by number 5.
Oh, it looked like Canada was just going to put this thing away, no problem. Up 7 goals in the fourth quarter. And I think that might have been part of the problem. They put it on cruise control. As now Crowley tries to split a double team. He's stripped of the ball, knocked down. The referee says play on. And the Americans come out of there with it. As the clock is on here in the first quarter of overtime. We will play one more 4-minute quarter of non-sudden death overtime. As the Americans start up the field, they'll play it back. As it looks like they want to hang on to this ball. It's picked off. He's got Matthews in the middle. Here's Matthews. He missed the ball. Oh, he just fanned on it. Time got to be winding down here, and it is. As a glorious chance for Matthews to tie the game just before the quarter ended, and he just fanned on it. It just rolled out of his stick as he followed through. Unbelievable. He's had such a great game as Mark Matthews, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that one. 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter of overtime, and the Americans lead it 16-15. We're going to take a short break, folks, and be right back with the final 4 minutes of overtime right after this on gruntmedia.com. Welcome back, folks. Jake Elliott with you. And what has been an unbelievable lacrosse game here between Team USA and Team Canada in this round-robin format. Both teams 3-0, and one of them about to go to 3-1, and the other to 4-0. Face-off back at center. The Americans in the lead here in the second quarter of overtime, 16-15. 4 minutes to go. And the Americans on a 9-1 run here in the goal department, but a procedure call off the opening face-off, and Canada will get the ball. As Jones, he's had a couple today. Can Canada find the gumption to find their way back and tie and win this game, as they were in a humongous lead in the fourth quarter and saw it slip away to the Americans, who now lead it by 1. There's Cameron Flint. He's going to get a pick here from Matt Cockerton. Flint down to the baseline, looks in out of the crease. Here comes Carter around the screen. Ball knocked loose, and Flint's got it back. High pass up to Matthews. Can he pull the trigger? No. Backing away. In a little bit of trouble. But he got it off, and he's got it to Matt Cockerton. One plays midfield, the other plays attack, and Matt is the midi. Here he comes, down to goal line extended, now in behind the net as he looks for a cutter to come around the screen. Nobody open, he goes up top to Cameron Flint. Flint being watched there by Bratton. Flint into the middle, got a step on Bratton. Flint around the screen, can't shoot it. Rolls the ball to Jones. And he'll pull things out and reset here for Canada as Mark Cockerton now goes back up to Jones. Flint will pop out. Now he's going to go over and set a screen. Jones controlling, White guarding him. In behind it goes Mark Cockerton. He's going to drive it to the left-hand side, protecting that ball. Comes around the screen, can't get the shot off. Now he's going to drive it. In behind the net one more time, looks out top. He's got Matthews deflected off the top of Gettleman's stick and out of play. But Canada will retain possession here with 2:27 to go in the final quarter of overtime. If we are tied after this quarter, then we go to sudden death or sudden victory. At the end of this 4 minutes, here comes Kevin Crowley. Who is going to be the hero? Will there be a hero? Is Jones. Makes a darting move down to the low side. Takes a good push there from Donovan, now into the middle. Lowers in the shoulder one more time. Got a bit of a step, little stop and go move. Gets around his man one more time, kicks it over to Crowley. Looks into the middle, nobody open, goes back to Jones. Jones, a little stutter step on Donovan, takes another push in the back. Still hanging on to that ball is Jones. He wants to go against Donovan. Now he gets pushed to the ground by Donovan. Back to his feet, ball loose, and the Americans come up with it. Turnover on Canada, USA with the ball. A 1-goal lead as Geitelman out of the net. A high pass. Dangerously near the sideline, and now into the middle to White. Can the Americans hang on here? They've come all the way back. Here comes Mendez around the screen. He'll circle in behind the net. Mendez all the way down, slips. And here comes Sorensen off to the races. He's got the long legs, taking a hack and a whack. The referee's no call, and Cockerton picks it up. Lucky break there for Canada as we approach 1 minute to go here. Canada needs a goal. Cockerton in behind the net now. Circles to the right, now double team, circles away. Can he get the shot off? No, he can't. Comes all the way around the net again. Cockerton backhand shot, and what are they going to call now? Timeout, I believe, here for Team Canada. So one final timeout here for Team Canada, and one final chance here to tie this game and set it into sudden death. Nobody is leaving these stands right now. Everybody's standing. Now they're taking a seat during the timeout, but man, oh man, what a game this has been. As we have 49 seconds to go in the second quarter of overtime. Canada trailing by 1, but in possession of the ball. And can Gary Gate, Brody Merrill, Ted Sawicki, Jeff Gombar come up with something, anything, for Canada to tie this game? We shall see. As Geitelman, he wants to get back in between the net. The Americans haven't broken the huddle yet.
Fans, be sure to stick around after this game.
But if it's anything, if this game is anything like what we're about to see in the finals, my goodness. This has been the best lacrosse game I not only have broadcast, but I think I've watched in a long time. Top-notch U19 World Field Lacrosse action right here in Coquitlam, BC, and right here on the World Wide Web, live audio and streaming video on gruntmedia.com, brought to you by First Star Apparel. So Canada in possession here. Somebody's got to go get the ball. And it's going to be Jones. Jones trying to get around a screen. Card will pop out, but it goes to Crowley, and he ripped a shot right on. Who's going to get to the sideline first? They're going to give it to Canada. Oh, that could have gone either way, as Crowley had a good scoring chance there. And now what do we got? They're saying he stepped out of bounds, and they're giving it to Team USA. Oh, you cannot be serious. As the referee blows the whistle, and they're saying they stepped on the sideline, and they're giving it to Team USA. And now the clock on the field, and a chance to kill off the final 30 seconds and win this game. A high pass. A looping ball up here, right in front to Max Schmidt. And timeout USA. USA has got the ball. And I don't know what happened over on that near far sideline there, but he must have stepped on the sideline. That's the only thing I can think of, is that they blew the play in, and he must have just stepped on the sideline and turned the ball over. And now USA, with about 15 seconds left, has a chance to run out the clock here. Unbelievable. And I think the only thing you can take away from this game is that I think Canada is going to have another chance at this if they meet the United States in the final, and they definitely know that they can play with them, but they really had a chance to just take this game home in the fourth quarter and was unable to close it out. And give the Americans some credit here. They battled, and they battled hard to come back into this game and take the lead, but this was Canada's game to win. And really, some bad turnovers, some lack of discipline have cost them in the end here. And the USA looks like they're going to hang on here. And Crowley had one final crack at it. And a good save from Geidelman, who hasn't had to make many lately, but he made one on Crowley late here in overtime, in the second quarter of overtime. And now the USA has the ball with about 20 seconds, 15, 20 seconds left. Their chance to run this clock out and win this game. And they're going to put it in the stick of Ramel Bratton and just clear out and let him go for a run here. Canada's going to double team the ball as the goaltender is going to come out. So there's going to be an empty net here. And Canada is going to have to clamp onto their man. They got to get close to their man here, as I know they just want Bratton to tuck the ball away. And if I'm Bratton right now, I put my thumb right on that ball, tuck it away, and go for a run. He splits through the double team. He's got an open net to shoot at, but he's not going to shoot it. And Ramel Bratton running away. Gets away from one check, gets away from another. The Virginia Cavalier killing time off here for the States. Slips through a double team, and that's going to do it. The United States of America come all the way back, erase a 7-goal deficit, and win this thing on what was just an unbelievable lacrosse game. Canada got to be disappointed, but they're going to have another crack at these guys, I think, in the finals, as the USA wins it 16-15, and just an unbelievable lacrosse game. Oh, there's not enough words to describe it, and you know Canada is completely dejected, but this is not the end of their tournament, and full marks to the USA, and I'm sure we'll look at the tapes, and they're going to come up with a game plan for the next time they meet this USA team. And I just can't wait to see the next time these two teams play each other. as the crowd begins to file out of Percy Perry Stadium here. Man, oh man, what a lacrosse game. All right, folks. That is going to do it for us here at gruntmedia.com. We got the Iroquois in England coming up at 7:15 Pacific time, which probably isn't too far away now with overtime, so not much of a break for yours truly, but whew, what a lacrosse game we saw this afternoon here. Canada, USA, just showcasing the game at an unbelievable skill level. You can make the final 16-15. For First Star Apparel, for gruntmedia.com, I am Jake Elliott for the fastest game on 2 feet. We'll be back with the Iroquois in England at 7:15.